Yes, Dumelan Tibinki, welcome to another fire episode of the Mobile School Podcast. Remember, don't like, don't subscribe, don't share. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. I know you're wondering, yo, man, where have you been? We haven't seen you in 2 years. That's what babies do. They take over your life, take over your love life, take over your finances, take over your peace of mind, and then all you have is like this stupid smile they have, and like, oh, but so cute though. Oh, I digress. Technology. This is what the podcast is about. You see, the thing is, I would love to give you content like every week, every month, every day. But this podcast needs me to sit down and think. It's not one of those where I can go on Twitter and say, Caspar Vest cheated on his wife or his baby mother while she was busy taking care of their child who has cancer. Hey man, it's none of our business, man. These people are not our friends. These people are just people who entertain us, who create content that we enjoy. But what they do behind the scenes is none of our business. But this brings me to the topic of today. What is technology's biggest surprise? Many might say, no, it's going to be like the Facebook glasses. Their partnership with Ray-Ban has been doing very well. Many may say, no, what Apple is doing with their headset is amazing. But if we look at social media is done. You're not going to create another social media platform that everybody's going to run to. Like, yo, dog, Meta is forcing us to watch threads, man. Like, we are being forced to watch threads. We are forced to watch reels. It's like they're really forcing us, which is the danger of this world. And that's why China is doing it admirably, where they're like, no, we're going to create our own content and we're going to ban all the other content. If they want to ban us, let them ban us. They banned Huawei and they said their technology might be used as spyware. No doubt, but all the technology that's American owned is still used as spyware. So it depends who you want to go with. And looking at the past 50 years, China has not attacked any country. China has not caused wars in a lot of countries. It's, who they might ban us because even this platform belongs to them, which is YouTube, that is banning people who say simple stuff like, yo, man, too many kids are dying. You have the right to defend yourself, but it's still free Palestine all day, every day. So what is the next big thing in tech? You're right. Disconnecting. Not having social media, not having a phone. Like, you can still have contact. You can I'm going to get a landline. I might get like one of those phones where you just call and text, because I'm not even receiving like messages anymore. Because I am not, and you should not buy the iPhone 16 to send emojis, because that's all you're going to do. You're going to take pictures. You're not even going to put them on social media anymore because it's become icky to post on social media. So the next big thing in tech obviously is going to be disconnection. The digitalization, the digitalization. I was really trying to make the moving away from digital a word. I know there's one that's not coming to my mind right now, but people who live in the wild. I'm not talking about those white women who get into a van and go live in the wild and their boyfriends kill them. No. I'm talking about people who are going to live in our daily existence every day, but they won't have social media like WhatsApp, where you can just call them at any time because you were bored or you saw like a TikTok and you want to share it with them. But it's going to be people who like have those phones that you need to call and say, hey man, do you have time to see me next week? We cannot talk about celebrities. You cannot talk about politicians. You have to read. Those are people who are going to bring back newspapers. We're going to reach a point, because if you look at our social media is terrible. They've taken sides. So if you look at people who call themselves journalists, it's like some guy on TikTok who just tells you what happened. They go on Twitter like, oh, the white kid who does the news on TikTok. I mean, I enjoy his content because it's like it's just updaters, and he just takes the work of like real journalists who did all these stories, and he just says it in like 30 seconds. Like, you are not gonna believe there's a pot strike in the US and it's going to affect the food system, blah 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 blah. And then you have Musa Kaula, who just writes about celebrity gossip, and you have the Shade Room that writes about American celebrity gossip. But nobody cares about facts and news anymore. It's all about which side are you taking. So news is going to require you to go back to the old days of reading like 5 papers. So like back in the day, you used to buy a newspaper, and then the first page will be like the headlines. Second page, opinions, like different people who would write their opinion about what happened last week and the articles they read, and it would be like different opinions. More like the comment section of today, but without Elon Musk removing what he doesn't like, or these companies banning what they don't like because it's racist and whatever. And I'm not saying you should be racist when you're writing in the papers. But what's going to happen now is going to be a situation where if you wake up and you want to know about technology, you're going to have to follow people who just talk about technology. You know, you cannot just go on Twitter right now. Dog, do you know how many times I've blocked Elon Musk and I still see his fucking tweets? Where's the freedom? And you guys are like, oh, he saved us. He didn't save us. He is actually destroying us. Also, I think he works for the CIA, if we're being honest. But the next few years, especially with the kids that are growing with technology, like kids today, when they are born, they are given a phone. By the time they're like 6, 7, they are out of it. They are done. They don't want a phone. They want to go back to reading. They want to draw. So this brings me back to what is the future of tech? It's no tech at all. That's the future of technology. Like, your technology is going to be your mind, where you are not going to say to people in the middle of an argument, I saw a tweet from Jabu3543 to Yamaseba, because he has like followers. You're not gonna make your points based on that. You're gonna have to go read books, and you're gonna have to wait for these people who write these books to do their proper research. Because we got spoiled, dog. Like, we have a situation where a company like WeWork fails. 3 months later, the series is out, the movie is out. It's like, yo, like, did you guys take the time? Yeah, we interviewed, we went on Twitter, we spoke to people who used to work there. Like, no, that's not how you create a movie. That's not how you create. It's like, we need to go back. This life, we're going to die. So there's no need for us to rush. If it means you have to wait for like 3 years for Kendrick to release an album because he wants to talk about things that really matter, you have to do that. You have to wait. You can still listen to Drake, BBL, Drizzy, Wagwan, Delilah. You can listen to that trash, but if you really want art, you're going to have to wait for art. We're going to go back to museums. We're going to go back to reading. We're going to go outside more, because one idiot who's going to watch this is going to go to the comments and say, oh, this is trash. The sound is trash. The video quality is trash. Yo, bro, get a fucking light, man. Like shut the fuck up. This is not a podcast, guys. No, I'm not a podcaster. I'm an independent TED talker. Abash.